Hello everyone, here we are in the last session of drug stability, and in this session we will going to discuss about the several aspects of accelerated stability studies and shelf life or expiry date calculation. So we'll first start with the accelerated stability studies. Drugs or active pharmaceutical ingredients are degraded by several factors like temperature, light, humidity, air, and pH, etc. Due to these factors, the concentration of the drug get degraded on prolonged period of storage. So the drug stability studies are used to evaluate the information about drug or any chemical stability. So it means when drug or any therapeutic compound or active pharmaceutical ingredient, that is API, is stored at any specific storage condition, then various factors like temperature, light, humidity, etc., these all individually or in combination with one another degrade the drug compound or the active compound or affect its stability. Generally, the drug compound or API are placed in shelves under normal storage condition for longer period of time and at various time interval. Then the drug or chemical is evaluated for its stability, but these kind of stability evaluations are time consuming. So in drug stability studies, it is evaluated that how much amount or the percentage of the drug get degraded over a prolonged period of time. If drug stability has to be performed under normal storage condition, then drugs or compounds stored in normal condition and after specific time intervals, the samples are collected and the evaluations are done to find out the concentration of the drug that has been degraded over the duration of this particular time. So to save the time, the drug are exposed to extreme stress conditions like higher temperature, elevated pH, higher light intensities, and thereafter the drug stability is evaluated. So these accelerated stability studies are these stability studies are actually very time consuming and required a longer duration of time to estimate the stability studies. Hence, to save the time, the drugs are stored and exposed to extreme stressful conditions and then projected to the stability studies. Stressful condition here means that the condition like elevated temperature, high pH, high intensity of light, etc. These are done because at extreme condition, the rate of drug degradation get enhanced and so the drug stability can be done at a shorter time span. The data is obtained and then it is correlated with the stability study data obtained at lower or normal condition. The drugs or APIs are stored in these stressful conditions because at extreme condition, the rate of degradation become faster and then in shorter duration of time, these studies can be performed easily. The data obtained from these stability studies at exaggerated conditions is useful to determine the stability studies of the drug at lower temperature or normal conditions also. At extreme conditions, drug get degraded faster because at these conditions like high temperature or photon radiations intensities, etc., the reactivity of the molecule of these drugs get increased. And because of this increased reactivity, the rate of degradation also increase. The shelf life or expiry date study of pharmaceutical formulation can be done by using this method, and the stability studies in these conditions is known to be as the accelerated stability studies. Now, according to FDA, accelerated stability studies can be defined as the studies designed to increase the rate of physical and chemical degradation of a drug substance or drug product by using exaggerated storage conditions. This accelerated stability study can also be known as the stress testing. Stability studies should include all the characteristics of the drug substance which are susceptible to change or degrade during storage. As these attributes may affect the quality, it may also affect the safety or the efficacy of the formulation. So in stability studies, all the parameters has been studies which can affect the quality, safety and efficacy of the drug formulation. The testing should include physical, chemical, pharmacological, and the microbiological studies. It means that physical, chemical, and pharmacological or microbiological factors are evaluated under these studies. The parameters for evaluation of different type of stability studies are as follows. For physical type of stability, the parameters which is to be evaluated are color, odor, taste, particle size, crystallization, moisture content, and melting point. For chemical type of stability, the parameter which is to be evaluated are concentration of active compound, its degradation, drug excipient reaction, degradation of several preservatives, degradation of antioxidant compounds, etc. In microbiological study, the parameters which are involved are degradation of product or formulation due to any of the microbial contamination. And lastly, the pharmacological stability. In this, the parameter which is to be evaluated are changes in therapeutic or the biological effect of the drug or any of the drug formulation. Now the parameters or the steps at which the accelerated stability studies are to be performed are as follows. Firstly, the product or formulation or any chemical is kept at elevated stress condition, that is at elevated temperature, pH, light conditions or humidity, etc. Then at a regular fixed time interval, sample is withdrawn for evaluation of the recommended parameters. And lastly, the prediction of shelf life and establishment of relation between storage condition and rate of degradation of product or formulation. So among these condition, it means that among these condition, temperature plays the most important role, as we studied in our previous sessions also, that according to Arrhenius equation, for every 10-degree rise in temperature, the speed of reaction increases by 2 to 3 times. So specific at a specific time interval, the samples of the drug which accelerated stability study is to be done are collected at regular intervals for the evaluation of the stability related attributes. And then the evaluation of drug degradation at various conditions is done. Now how this evaluation of degradation is done, we will going to discuss it further in this session only. As we can say that the major factor, as I told you earlier, at which the drug stability study or the accelerated stability study has to be done is the temperature. As we know that the temperature has the major impact on the drug stability, as this impact on stability of drug or drug formulation can be significantly expressed by using the Arrhenius method. As Arrhenius equation explains the effect of temperature on the rate of reaction. According to Arrhenius equation, as I told you earlier also, for every 10-degree rise in temperature, the speed of reaction increases about 2 to 3 times. And the reaction which we are talking about is K is equals to AE to the power minus EA by RT. Here the minus sign indicating the degradation of the drug compound or the active pharmaceutical ingredient. Now here K is the rate constant of the degradation or the rate constant of the reaction. Then A determines the frequency factor. Now what is this frequency factor? This frequency factor determines the frequency of the collision between the drug molecules. Drug degradation has important role of this phenomena because as we increase the temperature, the drug molecule acquires kinetic energy and they starts to move with increased velocity, because of which the collision of the molecules also increases and the degradation of drug increases too. Now next, EA is the activation energy. It is basically the initial sort of energy which is required to start any of the chemical reaction. Then T is the absolute temperature and it should be in Kelvin only as per the Arrhenius equation. We cannot use the degree Celsius. Then R is the gas constant which has a value of 8.341 joule per mole per Kelvin. So this was the Arrhenius equation, and now we will going to discuss about the drug degradation through this Arrhenius equation only. So firstly, we are talking about the procedure by which we can determine the accelerated stability studies. So firstly, the batch which is to be studied is divided equally into many portions, and each portion is kept under different elevated temperature. After a specific time interval, the concentration of active pharmaceutical ingredient or the chemical or drug in each portion is determined. The degradation of drug occur in different quantities at different temperature, and the order of reaction is determined by plotting the graph between concentration and time. So in accelerated stability study, the sample for which the evaluation of stability study is to be performed is divided into equal and different portion. And then these portions are separately kept at different elevated temperature. For example, 40 degrees Celsius, then 50 degrees Celsius, 60, 70 degrees Celsius, and so on. After specific time intervals, these samples are withdrawn and its concentration is determined for every temperature range. This determination of concentration provides the data of degradation at which degradation is occurring at different temperature. The graph which we plot here is same as that we have drawn in the determination of the order of reaction in our previous sessions. Here, log C is plotted against the time and the drug degradation or at a different temperature can be used. As you can see easily here through this graph, at different temperature, different line is obtained which is determining the degradation of drug at that particular temperature. Through this graph, the order of reaction of drug degradation is determined, and also the constant for rate of reaction is also determined by using this graph only. The slope of the lines represents in that particular graph, the slope of the line presented for different temperature provides the value of the rate constant, that is K. So from the slope of the line, we can determine the value of K for each and every temperature. The collected value of rate constant and their corresponding data is then put into the Arrhenius equation, which is K is equals to K AE to the power minus EA by RT. When we take a natural logarithm on both sides of this equation, the equation become natural log of K is equals to minus EA by RT plus natural log of A. When we convert this equation into log 10 values, then the equation become log K is equals to minus EA upon 2.303 R 1 by T plus log A. A graph is plotted by this equation by taking log K value at its corresponding reciprocal of temperature, that is 1 by T, and a straight line is obtained because this log value of Arrhenius equation is similar to the straight line equation, which is y is equals to mx plus c. The value of this rate constant is then put it into this equation also, and a straight line is obtained through this graph because the equation obtained in term of log follows the equation of straight line, that is y is equals to mx plus c. So now a graph is obtained when we plot the value of log of rate constant on y-axis and the reciprocal of the time on x-axis. A straight line is obtained. Here, the rate of reaction was studied at higher temperature. It means that the temperature ranges which we have taken for examples are 70 degrees Celsius, then 60 degrees Celsius, 50 degrees, and at 40 degrees Celsius. So the straight line is obtained. It is up to 40 degrees Celsius. Now, if this line is extrapolated below 40 degrees Celsius, so we can determine the rate constant value at all the temperatures below 40 degrees Celsius. For example, at room temperature, that is 25 degrees Celsius, the value of log K can be determined. By this value of rate constant, the rate of degradation of drug can be calculated at a particular temperature. As this equation follows the equation of straight line, that is y is equals to mx plus c, and m represents the slope of the equation. So according to this equation, the slope can be given by EA, slope is equals to EA upon 2.303 R. So from here, the value of activation energy can also be determined, as we know the value of slope and R is the gas constant. Higher is the activation energy, slow is the rate of reaction, because in this condition high energy is required for the reaction. So higher is the energy requirement, slow is the reaction, and slow is the rate of reaction, higher is the stability. So here we have seen that how at short duration of time, the degradation of drug is calculated, and the same data can be utilized to determine the rate of degradation of drug at lower temperatures also. Now we will see that K value, which was determined at low temperature, can be utilized to determine the shelf life of the formulation also. So shelf life or expiry date of any formulation is the time duration of storage at which the concentration of active compound degraded 10% or the remaining concentration of the active compound remains 90% of its initial concentration. It means that the duration of time at which the concentration of the compound remains 90% of its original concentration, or we can say of its initial concentration, is known as the shelf life. For example, if the initial concentration of any drug formulation is 100 mg, then the time period in which the 90% of this 100 mg, that is equivalent to 90 mg concentration of the drug, remains in its intact form, and 10%, that is equivalent to 10 mg of the drug, gets degraded. And the duration after this particular shelf life of the drug formulation is known to be as its expiry date. Now we will try to understand the calculations by taking the same example as I told you. So the equation was K is equals to 2.303 by T log C naught by C, where C naught is the concentration of compound at time 0 seconds, or we can say that the initial concentration of the drug compound in any of the formulation. Then C is the concentration of compound at time t. It means the final concentration, or we can say that the concentration at which 10% of the drug get degraded. Then T is the time required to reach this concentration from C naught to C. Now for shelf life, at which the 90% of the drug is in its intact form, and when the 10% of the drug get degraded, that is T90 is equals to 2.303 by K log 100 by 90. From where this 100 by 90 came, it is actually an example in which we have assumed that at initial level in any of the formulation 100% of the drug is in active condition, and during 1 year of the time spent, drug get degraded and remains 90%. Now, so the shelf life of the drug will be 1 year and the expiry date of the drug will be after 1 year. So if we have taken the initial concentration as 100 mg, so here we have taken the initial concentration, that is 100 mg, and then after how much time the concentration of drug decreases by 10%, that is 90 mg. It means its final concentration is 90 mg. The value of K was already determined by using the accelerated stability study graph, and now we can determine the shelf life by putting that value of K in this particular equation. So here C naught is the initial concentration as per our example, that is 100 mg, and C is the 90 mg at the time period, the time span by which the 10% of the drug becomes degraded. So the T90 here will become 2.303 by K log 1.11, or we can say that T90 or shelf life is equals to 2.303 by K into 0.045. T90 is equals to 0.104 by K, and the value of K can be determined by using the accelerated stability study graph as we discussed earlier in this session only. So by determination of rate constant, we can calculate the time at which the drug concentration becomes 90% of its initial concentration. At this time, the drug formulation is found not suitable for consumption, and the time after this duration of storage is called as its expiry date. So this was all about the accelerated stability study and the calculation of shelf life or expiry date of any of the drug compound, chemical, API, or drug formulation. Thank you for watching the video.